created Eden garden, and then God prepared the forbidden fruits. But there is the tree of life. But the Eve, she decided to eat the forbidden fruits. She did not touch the tree of life. How later in front of God, why did you choose the white gate? Then I know the Paul did not preach about that, and then I did not know. And then I did not know God, and then I did not know anything. How we can explain, we can excuse like that?
No.
Look at the Bible. Romans chapter 1 verse 20. Romans chapter 1 verse 20.
Yes, Romans 1 verse 20. Sapagkat ang mga bagay niyang hindi nakikita, luwat pa ng malamin, ang sanglibutan, ay nakikita ang maliwanag. Sa pagkatanto, sa pamamagitan ng mga bagay na ginawa niya, maging ang walang hanggan, niyang kapangyarihan sa pagka-Diyos, upang sila'y walang magkakilala.
The Bible says we cannot excuse in front of God. Who made this one? Who made? There is no maker. But I think monkey made this one. How do you know this one? Monkey can make. You are laughing because how can monkey make this one? Impossible. Then how? Naturally, naturally, the nature made this one. No.
Man made it, Pastor, but God gave
Okay.
Give
materials.
wisdom.
What
Knowledge.
is easy? This one or what? Others. This one. This one is more difficult to make.
Yes.
So this one, the nature cannot make, and then this also cannot make. Then how about this one? This one?
Nature can make.
Nature.
Huh?
The plants nature can make it.
Brother, you cannot make this one, but you can make this one. But we think it is the nature made this one. Yes, sir.
Yes.
God.
So it is impossible. So we think there is creator,
Amen.
the creator. What is the difference? Creator and maker. What is difference?
Creator.
Hmm. This one, creator, from nothing,
Do something.
there is something.
Not do something.
First the maker, there is
From
something, and then change. We can make, but we cannot create.
Amen.
But now, if you see the Bible,
Baker.
sometimes when we pray the song, there is a baker, God is baker. then that song is problem. Little by little, even the Bible and then even the hymnal, it is being changed now. So okay, look at the Bible, Acts chapter 17. Acts chapter 17, verse 26 to 27.
Acts 17, 26-27. At ginawa niya sa isang bawat bansa ng mga tao upang magsipanahan sa balat ng buong lupa, na itinakda ang kanilang talagang ayos na mga kapanahunan at ang mga hangganan ng kanilang tahanan, upang kanilang hanapin ang Diyos, baka sakaling maakuhat nila siya at siya'y masumpungan, bagamat hindi siya malayo sa bawat isa sa atin.
Amen.
Okay. So if we think about this one, it is impossible. This one impossible. Maybe somebody made this one. So there is creator. That accidentally, although nature cannot make this one. So if we see all the world, all things, we can find God.
Amen.
So if we die, I know, Lord, I did not hear any gospel. I did not hear anything about you. We cannot explain like that. We cannot excuse like that. If it's all the nature, we can know God is there. God
Amen.
is there. So then there is another issues. If there is God, then what shall we do? Brother T, you are a Filipino. I am a Korean. Then our life is different. Even if I live in Philippines long time, but still my nationality
Korea.
Korea. Even if you are here long time,
Yes.
your nationality Filipino.
Will not change.
So you must follow first priority Philippine law.
Yes.
But for me, Korean law, if there is God, or I know there is no God,
And then,
what is your opinion? Then your life, our life will be changed completely. Completely. So there is many ways. So according to our faith, our choice will be different. Our choice will be different. If there is no God, I will enjoy myself in this world. Every day I can enjoy. I will have a tour. I will eat the delicious one, and then I will enjoy my life. If there is no
God.
God, but if there is God, and then God said, God is teaching endure. Sacrifice. if we believe God is there, then we must follow His teachings. But if we think there is no God, then we don't need this one. My sacrifice, I will use all, and then I will enjoy it for myself. But God said, if we don't believe God, then we will enjoy all stuff. We will use all things for myself. But if we believe God is alive, then we will use all things for other persons, not for myself.
Amen.
Because God said, I will repay. Where? In Philippines? In the heavenly kingdom.
Amen.
In the heavenly kingdom. How much we must sacrifice? All things, including our life. Just like Jesus Christ. So we can, if we see their face, we can, their life, we can know His face.
Amen.
His face. So, in the Bible says there is narrow gate and then narrow door and narrow
Wide door.
way.
Narrow gate.
One side,
Ano pa ng narrow gate? Gusto ko malinis.
there is small gate. Small gate or door. But on the other side, very big
Narrow.
Nasugi.
tower
Straight gate.
will open and then even the road very wide, but this side even the road very narrow. Not only the door, not only the gate, even the road is narrow and wide. In the beginning, if we sometimes it is very difficult to change our face. Then, if our family Buddhist, all Buddhist family, several hundred years, and then I was the first Christian. So it was very difficult to attend the church when I was a young people. In the beginning, I passed here on narrow gate, narrow door. Then if I pass, I mean God must prepare wide roads. But I passed the door, but even the road very narrow. Okay, you even if your family oppose you following me. Okay, I will prepare for you very wide roads.
Amen.
But no, the Bible said narrow and then narrow. The road also narrow. But the door gate is wide, then the road is also wide. So even if we become a Christian very difficultly, it is the start point.
Amen.
Continuously the road is narrow, but we must go this way. I know I will go this way. Okay, you can go, but the final arrival is different place. In the Bible, here the last point is this.
Romans 6:23.
Here,
Eternal life.
eternal life. Eternal life. If the road is very nice and then if God prepared the eternal life here, then all people they will go there even if they don't invite. This one is very easy. But the last point is
Then,
different. If we enjoy and then enjoy for our life, then very easy. But the last point, it's all, only in this world, then finish. But if we go to the narrow road, very difficult, but there is no end. That is like until the heavenly kingdom. So how to go the narrow roads? The Bible says all people will die one time, and then there is last judgment surely. In Hebrew chapter 9 verse 27, the Bible said. So sometimes we can have many difficult things, and then our life is very difficult. In Zambales, 1991, the mountain transport erupted. So in the deep mountain, all idols, they came down. Because in the mountain there was no food. So all idols came down. And then now they are going home. But now they prepare the church at first. Before they did not know God, but they came down and then they contacted the pastors and then they attended the church. So they became a Christian. So in Zambales, in the mountain area, more than 90% is all born again church. The mountain period eruption is a disaster for them. But God gave some chance for them to listen the gospel and then to listen the message of God. So they became Christian. And then now they go back to deep mountain again. Because the all plants grew already, and then even animals, even wild pig or wild dog, we can find in mountain. They are going back. But at first, they, in the middle, they prepare some land for school and some land for church. So sometimes our life seems to be very difficult, very narrow. But if we endure, we don't know God's plan. So here, how to go there? If it is very difficult, how can we overcome the situations? So we will see that one. Look at the Bible. Look at the Bible. And we know already, Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 to 30. To memorize this one. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 to 30.
something or heavily laden.
Matthew 11, verse 28 to 30. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
Sometimes we misunderstand. Only if we believe in Jesus Christ, we will be saved. But the Bible said, at first, we must learn. We must learn. So we must read the Bible. First way is we must learn. And then second, we must remember the verse. Galatians chapter 1 verse 9. Galatians verse 1 chapter 9. can read.
Galatians 1 chapter verse 9.
Mm.
Ayon sa aming sinabi ng una, ay muling gayon ang aking sinasabi ngayon. Kung ang sino man ay mangaral sa inyo ng anumang ebanghelyo na iba kaysa inyong tinanggap na, ay matakwi.
Sometimes we misunderstand. I know it is scientific kind, so the Bible is very old. So sometimes the meaning must be changed. But the Bible said the word of God will not be changed. Will not be changed. In the Bible, there is commandments, just like 10 commandments of Moses. And then regulations. What is different? Hmm? Okay, I will ask you. Sometimes we use the Malachi chapter 3. We must offer one tithe. Okay? It is commandments or regulations?
Commandments.
Commandment.
Huh? Commandments or regulations? What? Okay, then among the 10 commandments, it is the one tithe is included.
No. Regulation. Nothing.
No. Here, commandments, 10 commandments. What is the first?
Love your God. Ano isa pambili?
Don't worship other God. And then, don't make idols.
Yung binigyan ng mga
And then, serve. And then about the Sabbath, and then don't kill other persons, and then don't steal anything. Permanently, it will not be changed. Okay? The Moses 10 commandments, it will not be changed. I know, Pastor, already several thousand years passed. Now, even if we steal something, no problem. We cannot tell like that. All 10 commandments until now, same. Bring the Korean hymnal.
Sa ano,
not
hindi mo,
here.
ano, para sa ano.
first ko lang.
Ito uno,
And in Exodus chapter 20, Exodus chapter 20, there is 10 commandments. It will not be changed. Okay? But how about the regulations? If we see the Bible, sometimes it can be changed. How to use this one? Before, in the temple of they collected the 10 tithes, and then they used in the temple of God, and for Leviticus, all Levites they used together. But if we see the first Samuel, Israel people, they complain. we want to have a king, just like other country. No prophets. Always the prophet, they were leader of all Israel people. But he asked to Samuel, we want to have a king also, just like other country, not prophet. So the Samuel said, okay, if you have a king, later they will get your one tithe, and then he will use it for his officers or militaries, all things. That in the temple of God. The usage will be changed. Before in the time of Moses, they used this one in the temple of God. They used the tithes, and then they used for the Levites only. But in the Samuel said to Israel people, the king will collect the one tithe and then he will use for himself. And then the king will get your property. And then sometimes they will get your daughter and the son, all things. Even if so, okay, no problem, we want a king. So God said, Israel people, they abandoned the Samuel, and no. God said, they abandoned me, they abandoned God, and then they decided to choose one king. So the usage is changed about tithes.
Gusto namin
In German, the government collects the one tithe. So 10%. So the government give the all salary and then they maintain all the churches. But they said, no, I am a Muslim, or no, I don't believe in God. Then they don't collect the one tithe. But if they said, oh, I am a Christian, if we feel the people like that, then from the beginning, from the company, they deduct one tithe. And then the government, they use that for church. So the regulations, it can be changed, but commandments, permanently it will not be changed. So Moses' 10 commandments it is commandments of God. So the God's commandments will not be changed. In our church, we can make many regulations, but it can be changed. What is God's will? Okay, according to God's will, we must do like that. We can make our regulations in our church. But the regulations, if the situation changes, then the regulations can be changed. It is not the commandments of God. So these commandments will not be changed permanently. But other regulations, if we not God's commandments, and then if we make some regulations, it can be changed. So in the Bible about the salvation, it is the commandments of God made this one, and then it will not be changed. God made the covenant, God made the promise, then it will not be changed forever. Forever. So if we tell another gospel, then it is not true. It is not true. Okay, look at the Bible. So we must learn the Bible. Why? We look at the Bible, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 18. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 18.
Second Ephesians 4 verse 18.
Mm.
Sa kadiliman ng kanilang pag-iisip ay nakaghiwalay sa buhay ng Diyos dahil sa kahangalang na sa kanila dahil sa pagmamatigas na kanilang puso.
And then if we don't know the God's word exactly, then we are far from the eternal life. We cannot get the eternal life. Okay, I prepare message. I will tell simply. Answer for Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. For Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22.
First Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22.
Mm.
At sinabi ni Samuel, magtataglay kaya ang Panginoon ng napakadakilang pagkatuwa sa mga handog ng susunugin at sa mga hain na daya sa pagsunod ng tinig na Panginoon. Narito ang pagsunod ay pili kaysa hain at ang pagpili kaysa haba sa mga tupang lalaki.
Now in the church, anyway, it is true, we need money. We need money. So sometimes the pastors, their main concern, money. Especially in Korea, in the Thanksgiving Day or Christmas season or the Easter Day, they prepare special envelope. Then usually at the time, the offering is double of the other weeks. This much. How much the offering? Main concern is the offering. So, the members also, their main concern is offering. We must prepare the offering. But in the Bible, God said,